Hello, welcome to my channel. Thank you for clicking. Today I'm going to be doing an unboxing of a mystery box that I got on Etsy from Miranda Lynn's studio. She does an amazing job. She sends a mystery book on whatever topic that you clicked. You can decide on romance or fantasy or mystery or anything that you like. And she puts a bunch of fun items inside, and I cannot wait to open it. So if you like this kind of content, please like, comment, subscribe. I do this about once a month, and I'm really happy to get any suggestions on people that make these boxes. I'm always looking for new boxes. So thank you for being here. Here is my amazing little box from Miranda Lynn Studios. I'm going to open it up and see what's inside. So the first thing is you open it up and there's a little sticker that says thank you for your order, which I find so cute. I love it. I feel so valued. Sorry for the noise. All right, perfect. So this is what it looks like when I open it up. The first item that I see here is an EOS 100% natural strawberry sorbet. I used to love these things. I had tons of them when I was a kid. I would always try to find all of them because they had like a certain amount. It was like 12 collectibles and you couldn't find them everywhere. So I was always trying to fill up that collection. So I love these. They're so cute. Putting it on the side. The next thing is an orange chocolate bar. And now I have a hot chocolate, which I'm going to have tonight. I love these boxes. I find them so fun. It's like opening a present on Christmas, and it makes me feel so excited. The next thing is a facial mask. It's kind of glaring, but you get the idea. It says Rose Hip for all skin types. Daily vegan essential mask. Well, I can't wait to try it out. I do have some dry skin, so maybe that'll help. And at the bottom it has this. Doesn't say anything on it, but it's a cute little rose print. Next up I have this beautiful wolf bookmark. It's very cute. It's glaring, but you can kind of see it. I think it's really pretty. I love having a bunch of bookmarks, and I'm going to add it to my collection. Coming up to the good part. This beautifully wrapped book that looks just like a present. It says on it, Romance, published in 2023. This is my favorite kind of book to devour, something that manages to be hot and intense, yet still the very best comfort read. I'm going to open that up. If you have any guesses of what it is, comment it right now, and then you can see if you're correct. Sorry for the noise. Oh, perfect. So this is Christina Lauren, The True Love Experiment. I love Christina Lauren. I've read 2 of her books already, and I really enjoyed them. So I know I'm going to love this book. I cannot wait to read it. It says on the back, Felicity, Fizzy Chen is lost. Sure, she's got an incredible career as a beloved romance novelist with a slew of bestsellers under her belt, but she hasn't ever really been in love. Lust? Definitely. But that swoon-worthy, can't stop thinking about him all-encompassing feeling? Nope, never. Connor Prince, documentary filmmaker and single father, loves his work in large part because it allows him to live near his daughter. But when his profit-minded boss orders him to create a reality TV show, Connor is out of his element and concerned for his reputation as a respectable producer. Desperate to find a hook that will set his project apart from the myriad of dating shows already on the air, he finds the perfect solution after an encounter with his ex-wife's favorite author. Fizzy quickly picks up on his disdain for her genre and gives him a hard pass, unless he agrees to cast the contestants according to her list of demands. To her surprise, he accepts her intentionally impossible terms. Starring in Connor's show is the perfect chance to live life like the romance novel of her dreams, But when the lights come up and all eyes are on her, it turns out the happily ever after Fizzy had all but given up on might just lie behind the camera. That sounds really interesting, and I cannot wait to read it. I am going to go read this book right now, and I'll be back in a day or two when I finish reading it to give you what I thought and my star rating and things like that. So stick around if you want to see what I thought about this book. Thank you so much. Hello and welcome back. A couple days later, I've finished the book, The True Love Experiment by Christina Lauren, and I learned something about Christina Lauren. This is my third time reading a book by them. This book is written by two authors. Turns out they're best friends and they've mixed their names together and they co-write all of their books. Isn't that the cutest thing you've ever heard? I thought that was so cute. I learned that. I was like, oh my god. Anyways, so I finished this book. I want to do initial thoughts on the cover. I think that this cover is kind of boring, to be honest. I think that the ombre is pretty. I think that the fireworks are fine. It's just fine. It doesn't represent the book in any way, and I thought that it was just okay. So what actually happens in the book? I'm going to put this down and put a picture over here or over here. So this book is about Fizzy and Connor. Fizzy is a romance novelist, and at the beginning of the book, she experiences an aha moment that makes her realize that she's been living her life as the first third of a romance novel for a long time. She goes on a lot of first dates with a lot of different men, but she never seems to be able to deepen the relationship further. She doesn't go on a whole lot of second dates, and she just isn't really happy with the development of her romantic life. Connor is a documentary producer with a 10-year-old daughter. He generally creates documentaries about the environment and conservation when suddenly his boss announces that they need to stay on top of trends and that Connor is now going to be responsible to create a dating show. So while Connor is picking up his daughter from his ex-wife's house, who he has a good relationship with, the ex and his daughter's mom, they're kind of friends now. He looks at the books in his ex-wife's shelves and takes out one of them and sees Fizzy's picture, and he searches her up. His ex-wife sees him and asks him what he's doing, and he explains to her that he's in charge of making a dating show and he is not happy about it. She calls him condescending because he thinks it's stupid, and they have this conversation about how he always calls it her guilty pleasure enjoying romance books, and how it's not a guilty pleasure. It's something that she enjoys, and that it's not something that she's guilty about, and that he's being condescending. So he asks Fizzy to go to the studio because he thinks that she would be the perfect person to put on the show as the main person in a bachelor type show. Her romance reading audience would be the perfect audience for this show, and she's very charismatic, she's very funny. She agrees, but she has terms and conditions that she would like to impose for this show. So she wants 8 men that encompass very specific characteristics that are commonly found in romance novels, such as vampire, hot nerd, cowboy, etc. And as this novel ties in with another book that these authors wrote, The Soulmate Equation, there's a subplot of the technology in that first book that her best friend's husband has created that genetically matches people. So then the dating show's plot is she goes on dates with the men, and then the audience has to vote every week to decide who's staying and who's leaving. And then they're all genetically tested to see who is compatible the most with Fizzy, but nobody knows. So they're trying to see if the audience is going to decide the same person as the genetic testing decides. So spoiler alert, so I'm just going to give a little spoiler. It's a romance book. Obviously, Fizzy falls in love with the producer, Connor, it's against the contract, but because everything turns out all right, there's obviously zero consequences. But all in all, I did enjoy the book. There was not a single point in the book where I couldn't have guessed exactly what was going to happen. It was severely predictable, but I still enjoyed it. Sometimes it's nice to read a nice fluffy romance book where you're never going to feel surprised once. I'd give it a 3.5 star. It was a little bit better than average, but it wasn't anything incredibly special. This is my third Christina Lauren book, and I would place this one right in the middle. The Unhoneymooners was my favorite, and then I also read The Honey Don't List, which was a 3-star. It was incredibly average, and I thought that it was okay. So all in all, I don't think that I would necessarily recommend this book, but I would definitely recommend Christina Lauren as an author. They've written a lot of stuff, and I think that they are incredibly talented. Thank you for watching my video and sticking around. If you enjoyed it, I post these about every week, so please don't hesitate to click the subscribe button. I definitely wouldn't be mad. And comment if you think that I should read any certain book next and do a review on that. I would really appreciate it. So thank you very much, and I'll see you next week.